Welcome back, guys and girls. We got a new Alien Decimation event. The prizes literally just hit a couple minutes ago. First look at them. We are going to take a look and see what's going on here. We got some new toys, it looks like. I haven't even scrolled through the whole list yet, so we're going to go over this. This is probably going to be the same layout of the fleets, the Alien Hive fleets, the Unknown Reaper fleets, and the last ones that we saw and all of that fun stuff. So, and the new barrage fleets and all that. So we start off with the Decimator Elite Upgrade credit. This is the credit that you apply to your Decimator Cutter after you already have it level, or Mark 5, I believe. And this gets at that last upgrade level. And it gives some benefits to cargo, stab, the speed, and everything else. The modifiers it gives is an alien resist of 50% with a stasis resist of 50% at this level, and a weapon mass of minus 50%, which is fantastic. I mean, these ships just keep getting better and better. I hope you all got that cutter hull, because that's great. And that's for one upgrade credit, 1.25 million points. So it's a little out of reach for most people in my position who have been playing less than 4 or 5 months. But we're getting close. Maybe you can get one of those. I don't know. We gotta look through the prizes. Next, we got the Basilisk Cutter. It is a pre-built ship. No build time. You buy it, fit it, you're done. It's pretty nice as far as cutters go. It's the Demon Core. It's the top cutter behind the new Xeno Cutter. It's got the 4 weapon slots, the 3 armor slots, 2 special, 1 shield. It's got the minus weapon mass just off the bat. So it's a good ship. I don't know how great it's going to be for us. I mean, if you guys got the cutter and you're hitting these events hard and you're going right to tier 6, I'd skip it. I've skipped all of it and I've got tier 6. There's no reason to really go for it. Then, no surprise to anyone, we get the Heavy Cluster Missile 1 and 2. These are reusable items, pre-built. And let's look at them. Well, let's just take a look. I haven't even looked at these stats yet. So the mass is friggin' huge. 1,782. That's just ridiculously high. But it also packs an amazing DPS as well. 214. That is a very nice number. Add on to that the range of 3,500, the normal same 1,800 speed. The AoE radius of each little one of those little balls it shoots out is 100 meters, and it spreads 40 degrees throughout its range. It doesn't shoot out a ton of missiles, and there's been a lot of problems with missing on this weapon. I don't think anyone's really narrowed down the use for it yet. It could be good with some stationary targets, just because it doesn't seem to track targets pretty well, but it does do that extra health damage of 15%. I'm really thinking that this is an anti weapon for the new barrage hives, because or even the regular hives, they don't move. I think that this coupled on one of those, on maybe a cutter or something quick that can get into the barrage hives, might end up being insane. But no one's really gotten that down yet, because the other version sucks. And the version 143 with 1,300 mass. The health damage only plus 10%, and it is Xeno Division only, so we're not limited to just the cruiser. We could put this on the cutter as well, so that's interesting. Then we get Xeno Munitions 1 and 2. So, blah blah blah. By compacting weapon munitions, Xeno munition causes the spread to remain tighter during travel. Also produces a larger area of effect detonation upon delivery. So 4% weapon mass, minus 20% spread, and plus 50% AoE radius. And it only goes on Xeno Division as well. That's a really small increase for weapon mass, and that really helps out the spread. This is going to be a very interesting weapon here. If we pack that with the Heavy Cluster Missile 2 that has a spread of 40, that's going to narrow the spread down to 20 degrees, and bump up the AoE so that every single ball is probably going to blow up and hit that same target with such a small angle. This is an interesting item, and that's a full blueprint for ships at 800k. So I think we might see a pretty good combo between the Xeno Munitions 2 and the Heavy Cluster Missile 2 items. I think we might see something cool there. So that might be good to go. And this might even be good on the... Yeah, I don't know. This is interesting. We got to kind of see what this is. This might even be good on maybe burst rays or something on it. It says it does alien damage types. This might only do with alien weapons, though. So this is, you know what? That's right. This is only going to affect alien weapons. So this is not going to be effective with the heavy cluster missile, which is the explosive type. So interesting. Maybe planning for later of something. I don't know. Then we come to the Dominion Carrier. 1.3 million points for a full blueprint for the Dominion Carrier, which is the current top-of-the-line carrier. Ridiculous amount of squadrons on this. One special, one armor, one shield. It's just the top carrier now. I didn't get the Ragnarok because it doesn't even come close to this thing in the last event. So, I don't know. If you guys need the carrier, this is it. I'm debating getting it. I don't think I will, just because that tier 6 carrier is coming, and I have such a backlog of Punisher cruisers and the cutters to get. But I don't know. It's still out there, and at a price that's within reach. You know, it's not too far out of the way. Then the same old Javelin flagship box. So all the parts to make one Javelin flagship. Maybe pick one of those up if you have some of the other items. Might be interesting to get. Then, same as last event, we're going to see the EXAL Heavy Talonite Armor 2 and 1. These are the armors with the alien resist to 40%, the explosive resist to 50%, Xeno Division only. An incredible 4,555 health with a 2,000 mass on the 2, a little bit less on the 1, and a little bit less on the resist, 20 and 50 as opposed to 40 and 50. So, full blueprints. These things take a day to fit on your ships. I have not even fit them on my ships yet because it takes a day. I haven't even had time yet. I've been trying to get Fleet Bay 10 to get the cutters built and still haven't gotten that yet. We'll see what I end up doing. Then we get the explosive resist Xeno Division armor. And this is a reusable item credit that you just put right on the ship. So interesting. I don't know what the great use of this is. I mean, it would definitely make you good against some of the hives. But for these numbers, I mean, 3,800 life compared to 3,400 and 1,400 mass compared to 1,460. It just seems like for the extra, 400 mass. This is 3.8. This is 3.4 health. So, I mean, you're losing a little bit of health going with the EXAL Armor 1, but you gain that 20% alien resist, which, I don't know. I think that the EXAL Armor 1 is probably better. And that's for the 2. You guys can take a look at the difference. I mean, it's more repair time, less mass, and more health. This is less repair time, a little bit more mass, a little bit less health, and you get the alien resist. I mean, right there, that 6 minutes of repair time for me kind of blows this armor out of the water. I don't know. Just my personal opinions. Then the different wormhole drives. I don't think anyone's really found a great use for those. I mean, the Blitz drive is nice because it gives, the shield penetration and some at different levels. But the repair time is ridiculous on these. I mean, 10 hours more for repair time if you lose your Javelin. The Wormhole Type E probably looks to be the best, to me, the most useful. It just increases the amount of ships that you can escort from 6, 8, and then 10. But a lot of points, single-use item, you don't need a ton of those. I don't know. Then we come down to the resistors. 1, 2, 3, and these are all the dual resistors of all the dual resistances. 3 gives a massive 25% damage reduction to any 2 damage types. They take, again, sorry about that, my alarms are going off. They take, again, a full day to refit that level 3 resistor, which is annoying. I had 3 of the, I think it was the projectile, or the explosive, maybe it was the projectile energy ones that I got, and I was going to fit those in the Punisher Cruisers, but combine that with the armor, we're looking at 3 days per ship. I just have not gotten around to it yet, and I don't think I will. I might have to just coin putting these on there, because the recent fleets for the alien events, I've noticed for the Reaper fleets, they've included some ships that look like they're using something along the lines of a Gatling laser on some of those. So the energy resist, I figured 25 would be fantastic on that ship just to cut down that damage. And you combine that with, the EXAL armor, it's going to have so much more health than it really has with all those resists. And that seems to be the way they're pushing everybody to it. But again, worth getting some of these, and they're pretty cheap. I mean, 75k is not a lot of points for 3. I might just pick up some more of the other ones just to have them. But that day refit time kind of sucks. I'll probably pick up a 30 level 1 resistor and see how long that refit time is, but it's kind of sucky. Then we come down to the boxes. All of the Demon Core, the Battleship, Cutter, Cruiser, Destroyer, and Frigate boxes. And then the core boxes, and these are 2 cores for 300k, 2 T5 cores for 300k. Then the parts, part boxes for all the ships, again 130k, and I believe these were 50 parts or so, and it doesn't say on this one. And that's it. That's the end of the prizes. So we get a lot of the old stuff that we saw, the armors from the last event, so you get a chance to get those again. You get the new cluster missiles, the Decimator upgrade credit, the Dominator Cruiser, and the Basilisk Cutter, and the Javelin flagship, and some other Javelin bullshit, and the resistors. It's kind of hard to say what to get for this one. I mean, honestly, if you're in the same position as me, where you're just getting into these events with bare minimum, you're making 1 million, maybe 2 million points per event, it's kind of hard to say, get the Decimator upgrade credit, because unless you're coining, you don't have a Mark V Decimator that you can upgrade with this credit. I mean, you have to have it already upgraded to Mark V to even use this credit. So it's kind of useless for us. The Basilisk Cutter, again, I wouldn't waste the points too much on it. It's yeah, you can get a cutter built. It's going to save you like 5 days of build time, but then you're still probably going to have 3-4 days of fitting time on it, which is still going to use up your fleet bay, so I don't know. The Heavy Cluster Missile 2, I'm definitely picking up a couple of these. At 200k, that's not a huge amount. I think that maybe fitting the Punisher Cruiser with these to use against the Hives maybe, or something along those lines is going to be the right way to go with these, and their DPS is just insane. I mean, 214 is just phenomenal. The Xeno Munitions too, that's the gamble of, if you're going to invest and think that some alien missiles are coming later. I kind of expected this heavy cluster missile to be the alien damage type missiles, but it's not. It's explosive. So that's a gamble in the future and how it's going to go. If you have the points and you want to bank it and do that, go for it. The Dominion Carrier, if you got some extra repair time to build one of these carriers, or fleet bay, not fleet bay, ship factory time, and you want to go ahead and build one of these, great. It's going to be a phenomenal carrier for you. Just the damage, it's going to help you take out those hives so much faster, especially if you got the bomber squadrons from the last event, or any of the other alien squadrons. I don't have the Dominion Carrier, haven't really gotten to that yet. It's always so high on the points, I don't know if I'm really going to afford it, but this event gives me probably one of the best chances to get it, because there's not a lot of other high value point items up here that I'm looking at getting. But if you want a good carrier and you don't think you're going to wait and you want to grind real hard to get it in this event, this would help you up to get the next T6 carrier, or the next T6 ship when it comes out. Javelin flagship box, you've already got to have everything already done before you really need this. So I wouldn't get it. The EXAL armor, you can see I bought 2. I didn't think one was really worth getting. The whole point of this armor is for fighting alien fleets. I don't need 20% alien resist. I need the full 40% alien resist. I mean, that gives you an extra 20% armor for an extra 6,000 or 600 tons of life. So, I mean, it's, you know, an extra maybe 30% mass for an extra 20% armor with the explosives just combined, and phenomenal repair time. I mean, this is the most efficient repair time armor they've released yet. So that's why I got it. I might pick up one, but it's kind of pricey. I mean, it kind of sucks. And that's the same price it was last time. And I assume this one's probably the million points for the blueprint. So, interesting. The EX Heavy Talent Armor 2 and 1. If you don't have any Xeno armor and you have a couple Xeno ships, get the armor. The repair time on it is great. It's going to help you out with some explosive resist. You can probably get some farming in it. And it's 60k points. That's like 2 fleet battles. Get it. It's going to be great. And the more of Javelin flagship drives. If you got the Javelin flagship and you got the points, you know, get it. They don't seem beneficial to me, especially in my point in the game. And the resistors, maybe pick up 3 or 2 of them if you can to put on the Punisher cruisers. But no, that's a day refit time on these things. I went with, I believe it was the anodized resistor, the projectile and the energy resistance to couple with the alien resist on the EXAL armor for the Reaper squadrons. Just to try and make the Punisher stand up a little bit longer in those and cut down on the repair time. So, and the rest is just boxes. Kind of disappointed that I'm not seeing a prize box, you know, gold, silver prize boxes down here so we can get some ships. So I don't see that. You're really going to be spitting your points into resistors and probably EX Heavy Talent Armor reusable credits, and even the heavy cluster missile credits. I'd definitely pick a couple of those, but hope it helped. Get out there, get farming. We have a day before this starts, so 23 hours. Get on it. Hurry up and get your fleets ready. I'll see you guys out there on the field. Like what we're doing? Like, subscribe, Patreon, all below. You know the drill. See you guys.